Morning all, tcDetects back out again. Unusual one for me. Well, I say unusual, do it 3-4 times a year. I go out on a weekender, so this is the first one of the year for me. I am up in the hills above Ripon, sort of Harrogate, sort of between them, out with the UKMDD club, which is a UK metal detecting days. Was here last night, an hour in the field, didn't find anything, but it was only an hour after I'd set the tent up. So we're out on this field, one's behind it. It's all pasture on this particular permission, so we're going to give it a whirl with the Rutus Versa. We're in 4.7. I've got the larger coil on because pasture, get some extra depth, and see what we find today. I will weave in and out clips from previous 2 hunts as well. They weren't probably worth putting up on their own, just a bunch of buttons and trash really, but if there are any highlights to pull out, I will interlace these with the clips from the UKMDD weekender as well. Thank you as always for watching tcDetects, and hopefully see some of you at Detectable in a couple of weeks. And first find of the morning, just on the sidewall here in the 70s. Thought we start with the day with a coin, but looks like a modern coin. Is that one coin? Oh no, it's not. Sorry, a line. Chip halfpenny. I've not had a chip halfpenny for ages. Nice. Not bad start. I just flicked this one out, or I think I have, from the side there. Was quite scratchy. I think it was on its side in the what was it, high 30s. I think I can see it. I think it's come out here. Flicked it out. Looks like we've got another coin. Oh my goodness. Fucking hammered. Pardon my French. What's that? Third signal on this field? I'm just seeing somebody get a really nice half crown at the bottom of the field as well. But yeah, we are back on the hammered. This was a good choice of fields. Right, let's see what else we can find. So I can see the glint of gold here, and I'm trying not to get too excited because, yep, gold foil. But my, that was shiny. Shiny, shiny. And heading back to get some lunch. Got a decent 50s signal. Booming it was, in fact. Saw that first, the imprint. And then about 5 inches, maybe 6 inches down, you have a big chunky penny. George the 5th. George the 5th chunky penny. And down here we have what looks like another coin. Had my lunch now, very nice hot dog. Had a beer, well, a cider, and now we're back out. Been lots of Romans coming up on this particular field apparently. Of course I'm dodging them, and instead we are getting, what's that, another ship halfpenny. That's 2 ship halfpennies today. I mean, I do like them, but I'd like a Roman now. So I've got this theory that goes along the lines of if you can find a man-made thing in a field, like a line of telegraph poles or maybe a gas pipe that's been laid through it or whatever, what you've actually got is also a place where the soil has been dug down undisturbed and redistributed. Had that before a few years ago with some pylons that seem to have thrown up a Roman coin, very surface. Here we have potentially another example. So I'm right next to the telegraph pole, and I'm going along the line of them that way as well. And we have just had a halfpenny, I think. Is that a halfpenny? Yep. Of Victoria, young Victoria. From about there, it was literally just below the grass. Now you would have expected that that would be a lot deeper down given how old this coin is, but so near to the surface. So it's thrown back up when the telegraph lines went in. Maybe. And next up was from down there, only about 1 inch, 2 inches down. There's this square piece of lead. When I initially got out, I thought, oh, maybe it's hemweight, but hemweights aren't normal square and there's no central holes in it. Turn it over. Got 2 holes at the top, but they're not really holes, they're indentations because they don't go, or don't seem to go all the way through, not particularly anyway, maybe a little bit. So yeah, square bit of old lead. No idea what that was for, but clearly it had some purpose. And in the bottom of this hole, which is about 6 inches down and was in the mid 50s, we have what looks like a little bit of a greeny piece. So we've got what looks like a pre-decimal, and we have a pre-decimal penny by the look of it, although whose I'm not entirely sure. See if we can clean that up later and find out. Vicky, maybe a Vicky. And next up was down there. It rang in 60 and more or less on surface, so I just pulled it out and it's this thing. Now I thought it was just a piece of coppery scrap when I pulled it out, but that looks like a badge or a label or something. Maybe coronation related or something like that. So clearly a face or a portrait head here, maybe there, and then there's a shield at the top piece here. Hopefully we'll get some better pictures of that and ID what this is from, but fine, there's a little scrolly piece at the bottom there. But clearly find of the day so far. And next up from down here, it's about 3 inches, maybe 4 inches down, and we have, saw that glint of gold on the side and I was getting excited, quite thin as well, but I believe what we have is a battered gold gilded button. Still see the gilding on the side, being a nice button, and that was a hole. And next up was from down there, a few inches down, ringing in the 30s, turning into a sort of button there. Just had a 4-holer that was, I didn't film because it was sunbathing on top so I could see it, so no point filming a 4-holer, but we also then found this little thing, which is a little livery button. So it's got a bird on it. Is that like Air Force? I'm no good with these military things, but that's the nicest button we've had so far. And I just thought I'd show you where we're up to so far, because I've not filmed all of these. I just found this ringy thing, got vaguely excited when I saw it was a ringy thing, but it's actually just a off tarpaulin or something like that. But yeah, here we are with the buttons. We're on a button day. First for a while for tcDetects, to be honest. A couple of decent ones, got a nice livery button and the gold gilded one. But what's that? 7 buttons so far. 7 buttons, a ringy thing, a buckle, and a few bits of tin can and coleslaw. So this next signal was interesting. It was reading in as a mid 60s, but the line itself was veering into the ferrous area on the graph. Now, for those who are getting used to a Versa and how to read it, what that can often mean with a high VDI that's actually looking like it's in the ferrous area is that potentially it's something non-ferrous masked by brick, ceramics, mineralised soil, that sort of thing. And if I just do a spin around here, there is loads of brick and ceramic and stuff in this little section of the field, so it's quite sort of yeah, there must have been something on here at some point. Anyway, so broke the clod up, flicked the clod up and broke it up. I can see there where I've clicked it out, and now it's now I've run the detector back over it again. If I show you, it's just a straight 63, 64 in the middle. That line was all the way over to the left of the screen initially, but I dug it on the basis that that high VDI in the ferrous area probably was something hiding or being hidden, and it looks like we have another button or coin. Incredibly thin again. Yeah. Oh, that says either high on it or IH on it. It looks like it's been stamped into a very old and battered coin of some description. Interesting, nice little find that. But yeah, had I ever read it on the Versa purely as the line being in the ferrous area, the discriminated out area as it were, I wouldn't have dug that, but due to experience and testing these things, we have a nice little find.